As I was getting ready this morning, it hit me. This is it. Today, the batch of 2014 walks into this hall along with all their peers for the final time. So, before I do anything else, may I request all of you to give a huge round of applause for the batch of 2014. Good morning, respected principal, vice principal, teachers, and friends. It's funny, that's possibly the last time I'm saying that on stage. And I distinctly remember the first time I tried saying it. I was no taller than the podium from behind which I speak today, and I was very nervous. So what came out was, respected friends and fellow teachers. The audience burst into a fit of laughter, and my face turned red. But that beam of laughter did something magical. It eased the tension in the hall, and my confidence reappeared. Summarizing many years of an ISGN's life, which is punctuated with events of varying degrees of magnitude, into a speech to be delivered in a matter of a few minutes is a challenging task that every head boy has to undertake on the completion of his tenure. Nonetheless, I must most sincerely labor to this, my valedictory address on behalf of my batch and alumni. I don't really know where to begin. I could begin with perhaps those days when we should spend countless hours creating Pokemon cards or playing Super Mario, or talk about those times when we used to scribble on magnetic boards. But you see, times really haven't changed that much. Only now we play Angry Birds instead of Super Mario. Instead of scribbling on magnetic boards, we elegantly doodle on our tablets. Earlier, our parents used to scold us for writing on walls. We cleverly got around that problem by expressing our creativity on Facebook walls. I might want to conclude that we haven't really grown that much. But that reminds me, on our 17th birthday, Yash and I received a card from our parents. Now the first page of the card read, "We were so glad when you were born." And just as I felt a lump rise in my throat, I made the mistake of turning the sheet, where it was written, "But who asked you to grow up?" Believe me, we were in no hurry. To describe our high school years in a nutshell, it's a story of 142 students between two board examinations and the sea change they have gone through during the same period. If I was to write about every significant event that occurred during these high school years, I would probably run out of ink and all of you would have fallen asleep before I finished. So I decided that I wouldn't tell you we organized the best Teachers' Day celebrations in ISG, but I could tell you of our feeling for our teachers and a strong desire to make them proud. I wouldn't brag about our batch organizing the most successful Round Square Carnival, collecting more than 4,600 riyals, but I could talk about the spirit of teamwork and unity we cherished during that effort. I wouldn't be able to convince you that the batch has talented sportspersons, but I could tell you the tale of a football team that played brilliantly and almost made it to the finals. I wouldn't be able to describe our indigenous dance troupe, Madhouse, but I could tell you of their exemplary performance in the Jhankar Spectrum and how they got the first place in the dance competition. Of course, I won't mention the adorable Lighthouse, the only all-boys dance troupe that entertained us all by dancing Bollywood numbers. I wouldn't talk about 142 young adults that I'm proud to call my batchmates, but I could describe an army of 142 soldiers ready to defend its pride by using its storehouse of talent and hard work. I don't usually show off, but I can tell you I've tactfully mentioned a few qualities that make this batch special. Our batch will forever remain indebted to former teachers, principals, and vice principals, especially to our beloved principal Papri ma'am, vice principal Sri Kumar sir, and manager administration Mr. Rao for having provided us with so many opportunities to shine. However, today we are not just going to thank you. For all that you have done for us, thanking you with mere words is never going to be sufficient. Instead, we wish to tell you that we promise to go out into the world and do all those things that would make you say in the future, that you were proud to have us as your pupils. That will be a true way of thanking you. Yes, today as we are sitting in this hall and excited to step out into the world that is now our oyster, the fact remains that we are finally young adults. We can no longer eat fries for breakfast, believe in Santa Claus, climb into mom and dad's bed in the middle of the night, or break all the toys. Such is the price of finally attaining voting rights. Now, as I fondly recall those beautiful moments, I can wholeheartedly say that it was a wonderful journey of 8 years. The thought that only a few days of school life is left is almost painful. We couldn't believe that such a beautiful journey is coming to an end. We still can't. The fact that we are leaving the safety of the school premises, where we felt so much at home, is hard to accept. We miss the field where we spent countless free lessons. Whenever we stepped into the field, we all felt like we were the biggest, baddest Premier League players. And we miss our teachers who we pestered for free lessons before and after every vacation. We miss Turkish Corner for dutifully replenishing its supply of shawarmas for us. But most importantly, we miss the friends we have made during the journey in this institution. I've had the privilege of friendship with the most amazing and talented people. That was my line, friends. Engineers, doctors, research scientists, chartered accountants, fashion designers, all architects of tomorrow. I'm indeed glad and proud to belong to the batch of 13-14. Tomorrow we may be in different parts of the world, meeting new people, building new relations, embarking on new journeys. But wherever we are, wherever we end up spending our lives, we'd always miss these days in school, the formative years of our lives. To sign off in style, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an honor and a privilege to be amongst you. Farewell for now, only till we meet again. Thank you.